All right, so on November 4th, 2021, we welcomed a new member into our family, the iPhone 13 mini. I'm just kidding. We actually welcomed two new members into our family, the iPhone 13 mini and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. All right, I better return this phone back to Charlotte. I borrowed it for this gag. But before I give it back, I'm just going to show all the iPhones I currently have in my possession. That's crazy. This is my old iPhone XS, and then the two new iPhone 13s. Man, look at that size difference. All right, so this is not a review of the new iPhone 13. I've only had this for a few days, so I'll have to give an update on my impressions of the phone and especially the cameras in a later video. Actually, the thing I wanted to talk about today was sort of my experience getting this phone and trading in my old phone. Spoiler alert, as you already saw, I didn't trade in my old phone. So as of the making of this video, I think the iPhone XS had a trade-in value of up to about $280. And so I was really looking forward to getting some money back for this in order to put it towards the purchase of this new phone. And this phone is in great shape. I don't know if you can see, but there's basically no cracks, no scuffs or cracks or anything like that. However, there is a very small screen defect, which I'll show you in a clip here. And for some reason, this tiny little screen defect effectively nullified the trade-in value. I mean, I was only being offered $60 for this phone, which, in my opinion, is not really worth it because this phone is worth more than $60. It's perfectly usable, and still has very good cameras. And this is an upgraded phone too, at 256 gigabytes of storage. So to me, this is worth more than $60. And that's why I chose not to trade it in. In contrast, Charlotte's iPhone XR, which did have a cracked screen, but we replaced it at an Apple store. So we already basically spent the trade-in value for that phone. It also had a scuff on the aluminum rail on the side in the corner. I heard that iPhone XR still got a decent trade-in value of about $230. And so we ended up trading her phone in towards the purchase of this. Anyway, I just thought that it was interesting that even though this phone is in such great shape except for a tiny OLED screen defect, I couldn't get anything for it. That kind of reinforced this idea that it's probably not worth spending a ton of money on these iPhones. So some people like to get the biggest one, the most pro one, and huge storage. But the thing is, chances are you may not get much back when you trade it in. And so it might be better to just get the cheapest one, because that way the sting won't hurt quite as much when you go to trade it in. You know, the funny thing is, I was thinking about it. I've actually never been successful at trading in an Apple iPhone to date. I've only had 3 other phones before this one, and I've traded in none of them. My iPhone 4 is currently at home with my parents. My iPhone 6 is currently with Charlotte's parents. My iPhone XS is here because I chose not to trade it in. So yeah, I've not been very successful at trading in iPhones. I thought that was kind of funny. The other funny thing is that with my first phone, the iPhone 4, there was this whole antenna gate thing that happened, and Steve Jobs eventually caved and offered to give everybody a free case for their iPhone 4. And I got one. I really liked the look of my iPhone 4, and so I got a clear case for my iPhone. Fast forward to today, and I now have the iPhone 13 mini, which with its straight edges, boxy design, and its small size, this thing resembles my iPhone 4 the most out of all my other phones. And guess what? I got a clear case for it. So there you go. I've effectively gone full circle. You know, I have a phone that looks a lot like my iPhone 4, and I got a clear case, very much like the case that I had for my iPhone 4. It's pretty funny. I think that's going to be it for this video. Just a fun little video about my latest iPhone adventures.